All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Gunners and the Toronto Mounties. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready up. Watch two. Watch two. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Kill, 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 kill. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Watch 12. Go.
They'll start out on the ground with Booker. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. He completes this one to Mack. And he'll be out right at the 35. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered. It's both feet down for the completion.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
A second down carry for Booker. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Here's Elliott. Room here to run. 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 31 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
He's coming. We got double up.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Booker on 1st down. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Booker. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got Booker. Call it a 3-yard gain. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw here. And a throw there going to be incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here. The first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And on now is the punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The first down past the 20 as he's all the way up to the 24-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Set. 6 yards. Line 54. Line 54. I'm coming.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 16 yards, a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here we go. Set. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
From the 41, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Mike 2.
2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there and a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. Bryant has it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now back to throw. It's caught by Bryant. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Let's go now. Put team on it. Put team on it. Yeah.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Now Elliott, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. They get 14 on that one, good for a Houston first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. He'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. In for the score as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Jackson throwing again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop us, baby. Every time it's a set. Come on, fellas.
It's now 3rd down.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They go to Elliott again. Elliott a first down and more. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And all the way in for the touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his third touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Shotgun handoff to Booker. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. 2nd and 2. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Got it? 57's right. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. It's the fullback. His second touchdown on the season. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Let's go!
At their own 38-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey. 4 down. Check 9. Go. Check the back up. Show them. Right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
Hey, let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
61. Max box. Right.
Again, it's Elliott. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Shit.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And an alley to run. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
We're ready. 60 outlaws. 2 right here. Heavy on the edges. It's 3.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st down, Houston.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Mike 19. Advance. Sling.
looking to throw. He's going to air one out. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A huge play there for Houston. 57 yards.
At the 8-yard line.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll try and run with Booker. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Second and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
Now, a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And as a result, possession switches hands. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And now look at him go. He's at the 50, the 40, the 20, 10, and touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 93 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Monty's 42, Gunners 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mack. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Back to throw now on 1st down. Going up top. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
A first down carry by Elliott. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 82 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Well, I'm just not sure what more we can say about him after that one.
But we're certainly going to give it a try, aren't we? Because I believe we're watching greatness personified. It has not mattered all game long where they've handed him the football. He's taken it and found the end zone. He is so locked into that so-called zone, I don't think they're going to get him out of it in this one.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He completes this one to Mack. 16 yards, a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They'll set up to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And he lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 34-yard.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. give him 14 on that one and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
He's not going to get me. Tight dog, tight dog.
Elliott. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Check pass, check pass.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
On second down, Elliott. And shedding through the tackle. He was already in some pretty rarefied air, and he just stepped into another zip code now because he passed Walter Payton for second place all time on the NFL rushing list.
So it's not just the talent, right? It's not just having a couple of really good years. It's the longevity and doing it at a consistently high level. Remember those workouts Walter Payton was famous for, running up the hill in Chicago and how guys would try it and they couldn't keep up? Well, we know someone who could.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Here's Matt Weil now as he'll kick it away for the second time. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete from the contact. It's now 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
I'm coming for you.
They'll run with Booker. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the home team here, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. They will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.